In shadowed hall where giants dwell, the one-eyed came with lies to tell. No blade was drawn, no shield was cracked. This war was fought in riddle tag. Odin spoke with shadow tongue to test my wits where it begun. Friggin' foreboding tone, Vafþrúðnir sits on ancient throne.
And still I go, let fate be mine. Better to fall than lose my mind.
Dogging rather step through hallowed door, where wisdom's trial had slain before.
I seek your hall to match the mine. Death is better than to be blind.
The giant rose with ancient grin. I accept, let the games begin.
Riddle by riddle, fate is spun. Under moon and fading sun, truths are swords in shadow's breath. One wrong word and it ends in death.
Odin said, tell me, testify. Name the first man born to die. The giant grinned, asked was he shaped by gods from ashen tree.
Then tell me, Jötunn, if you can,
what god first raised the race of man? Three brothers rose, Vili in one. They shaped the world, their work begun. The wonder asked, tell me if you're wise, what drives the sun across the skies? Lord of riddles spoke, she's chased by flame, a wolf who runs and knows her name.
And who commands the moon and star, who set their course from realms afar?
Munilfara's kin, bright in flight, sun and moon who ride with light.
Riddle by riddle, fate is spun. Under moon and fading sun, truths are swords in shadow's breath. One wrong word and it ends in death.
Wise king asked, then tell me this, whence comes the wind, the storm's cold kiss? The giant from Hasvelger's wings, an eagle large, he stirs all things.
What river marks the god's domain, where flows the might to bind and chain?
Ifing runs between the lands, ice free by the god's own hand. How many halls for the wise and brave, where gods may feast and warriors crave? 500 doors and 40 more, Valhalla's gate to Odin's war.
All Father, I speak if you dare. From where did earth and heavens tear?
Vafþrúðnir from Ymir's frame, the world was built, the stars aflame. Speak then, what mighty tree binds the realms and threads the sea? Yggdrasill stands with roots below, a crown of ash the Norns bestow.
And what first came before all life, before the gods and fated strife?
Ginnunga gap, cold met flame, where void gave shape and time took name.
Riddle by riddle, fate is spun. Under moon and fading sun, truths are swords in shadow's breath. One wrong word and it ends in death.
One-eyed pressed, who was oldest born, before the nine realms knew the morn. Booty rose from ice and stone, licked by Jötunn all alone.
Whence came the ice, the roaring tide,
before the gods began their stride? Niflheim's chill and Vergelmer's spring, 9 rivers cold from that wellspring.
Where is the end when death shall rise? What stirs beneath the stormy skies?
The hall of Nostrum, serpent's den, where oathbreakers scream again and again.
Tell me then, what final fate awaits the wolf, the gods, the gate?
Fenrir breaks his iron bind, and all the gods their death shall find. Wise one asked, when sword shall rise, what gods remain to speak their guise? Vidar lives with vengeance won, he slays the wolf when Odin's done.
And who shall wield the hammer next, when Thor has fallen, fate perplexed?
Magni takes Mjolnir's might, he holds it fast through endless night.
Which kin of gods shall still remain, to walk the world reborn from pain?
Baldr Herther shall come anew, from hell's deep halls, brave and true.
And what shall rise from fire and flood, when gods lie dead and ash drinks blood?
A hall of gold in Gimli bright, where right righteous souls bask in light. Raven god asked with voice like stone, what spoke the god when he walked alone? To hell he came, to Baldur's side he whispered low, what must abide? Now answer true if you hold the thread, what words were spoken to the dead? Riddle king stirred, his brow grew pale, a silence fell deep upon the veil. No one knows what Odin said, save he who spoke among the dead. Riddle by riddle, fate is spun, under moon and fading sun. Truths are swords in shadow's breath, one wrong word and it ends in death. Riddle by riddle, fate is spun, under moon and fading sun. Truths are swords in shadow's breath, one wrong word and it ends in death.